Welcome back to Star Studio V. We're here with the lead cast of The Merchants of Bollywood. Carol Furtado.
Yes.
That's her name. And are you related to Nelly Furtado in any way? Or?
Why did I not think that you were not going to ask me that question?
Well, I was looking at her name and I was wondering, Carol Furtado, and I'm like, okay,
yes,
is she?
You're not the only one who gives me that reaction. In fact, at airports, because we are a musical group and touring, I'm always stopped and asked, Furtado, so are you related?
Okay.
No, but I'm not. I originally come from Goa.
Okay.
And as history goes, the Portuguese colonies were settled there, and I guess that's where my great-grandparents are from, and that's how I get my surname.
It's indeed a beautiful place, Goa.
Fantastic. I couldn't have been placed better.
That's a
Best party place in the world.
Exactly. He says best party places. Yeah,
yeah, of course.
Yes.
December parties, right? Okay. So, Carol plays the role of Aisha in The Merchants of Bollywood. It's one of the lead characters, the granddaughter of Shantilal Merchant. So tell us a bit about your character and how Aisha relates with Carol.
Aisha's character is that of a very headstrong, ambitious, determined girl. She is a girl from the modern generation. She is someone who is constantly questioning tradition, does not conform with it, but at the same time does not take it blindly. She is constantly questioning what tradition stands for, but at the same time does not compromise on her values. So in that respect, she's very ambitious. She knows what she wants, and she's almost out to get what she wants. And to a large extent, her character would seem like a rebel, but it's just the eternal conflict that she goes through with what she wants to do and what she ought to do. So that is the conflict that she faces in the show.
So what does Aisha want to do?
Well, she being Generation X, the new blood, obviously wants to follow the new and the modern styles, and in this production we are talking about dance styles, whereas her family is of a very, very classical traditional background. Her family upholds the classical traditions of the dance form of Kathak, and by tradition obviously she is the last in line, and it is up to her to carry the tradition forward. But being and having different aims and aspirations, she rejects her classical training and goes to Bollywood in pursuit of her dreams. And that again, so it's about dreams and dynasties.
Okay.
And as far as relating to the character is concerned, I would say I completely relate to it. I'm not saying that I'm a rebel, and I'm sure that they can stand up for me for that. But I completely relate to it because there is a constant struggle with, trying to keep the old and yes, together. So in that respect, there is a striking balance and a similarity as far as I'm concerned and the character. Okay. So whenever I go on stage, I just feel like myself.
Okay. So in this musical, Kathak is Kathak is an art that you're showcasing, which is
right.
The traditional dance we're talking about. So have you had any training before this, or are you passionate about Kathak, or did you come to know about Kathak before this, or is it just?
Well, let me begin by saying that I have no background in any dance form. So whatever I know and I have learned is what I've done on the job. And as far as dance styles are concerned, in the show I'm doing everything which is anti my style. So me being of the modern generation, obviously I have training, or rather I've worked in shows which have only been focusing on modern dance styles. Everything, that is an amalgamation of everything. But I would say thanks to this show, I have been introduced to that part of India, which is also my culture, which I would have otherwise not gone and sought after. So I am grateful to the show for that respect. And yes, it was a struggle in the beginning because, as you know, any dance form, be it classical or if for that matter ballet, you have a training period which is an extensive 8 years to graduate from, and having to do that in a week's time is a huge achievement.
Awesome, yeah.
Yes. So I hope I've done a good job.
I think you have. I mean, looking at the sneak preview and all, it's really amazing actually. How long do you have to dance for the show? What's the duration, the time duration?
Are you talking as far as I'm concerned,
Yeah,
or
I mean for
just the dancing?
dance, yeah.
Well, it's a I would say the balance, the ratio is 60 to 40%. 60% dancing, 40% of the storyline and
Storylines,
acting and all of that. Yeah, because you also need to strike an even balance between you know, the acting and the dancing, and also give the performers, that is the acting, the dancing performers, a breather to kind of last through the entire act.
So it's, of course, is it easier to dance in a film rather
Very
than live?
Yes, because you have 100 takes.
Yeah.
This is a one-take show. You know, you either get it right the first time, or you go down in history saying that, oh, I had so many shows which this went wrong, that went wrong, this was not right, that was not right, and you don't really want that.
Okay, cool. What's your favorite dance sequence or favorite scene in the whole musical?
Dance sequence, I would say, it's not the one that I'm in, but there is a song which is from the movie Rang De Basanti,
Yep.
and it is the title track, which is Rang De Basanti. It speaks about your country and the passion for your homeland and all of that. And I completely love the background score. It's amazing. It's fantastic.
It's by the
lyrics, exactly.
Yeah.
And of course, it's the setting is that of Punjab. So you have the guys in the traditional costume with the lathi, the stick, and all of that. And of course, it's a Bollywood song, so it's got all the beats and everything
Necessary
in it.
ingredients,
Exactly,
yeah.
the masala. So it basically uplifts the show, and it's the beginning of the show. So that for me is a complete entertainer.
In terms of scene, what's the scene that you really like?
Well, there are lots of scenes, but I personally enjoy the comedy.
Okay.
It is completely slapstick, cliched, but at the same time it works all the time. I mean, I'm on stage and I have a tough time trying to control myself because I play a serious character and it's so difficult for me. I have to literally bite the sides of my cheek to kind of keep it serious and real.
Thanks a lot, Aisha. Thanks a lot, Carol,
Thank you.
Furtado.
Thank you.
Let's take a break and we'll be right back.